today I'm hoping to finally change the color of this hood. And I'm going for a quick and dirty color change. So I have my 320 grit sandpaper and I have some Duplicolor black spray paint that I'm going to be using with my spray gun that I got for like 30 bucks. Now it's about 3:30 p.m. right now, so it's a bit later in the day than I'd like to start doing like a bigger job like this, but I am not going for perfection. I'm not going for glass. Honestly, I'm just going for black. Honestly, I literally only care about this hood not being beige. It's driving me insane. I've been putting it off and I want to get it done. So I got ahead and I just washed the hood, got all the dirt off, and now we are going to start sanding. And I'm going to start off with a 320 grit. I'm going to go to like a 400, and then I'm going to move up to a 600, and then fill up the gun, turn on the compressor, spray the base. So let's get started. All right, so just finished up the first pass with 320 grit, and here you can see it. So the paint had a lot of chipping, so if I run my finger over this, I can actually feel all of this. Ideally, what you want to do is sand it down further so it's completely smooth. I'm not really too worried about doing all that because, like I said, this is going to be a quick and dirty paint job. Not going for perfection, just going for good enough. And down here we had some rusting and some chipping and all that stuff, so I pretty much ran the sander all throughout there. I lifted the hood up and I was able to get to the edges, and yeah, still got to do that little piece right there, but overall 15 minutes. Hood's really big, by the way, so it's taking a little bit of time, but 15 minutes, all good. I'm gonna smooth over some of these textured spots with 320 again. I think 320 is actually too light of a sandpaper for this job. I think I needed something a little bit stronger, but 320 is all I got. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over the entire hood again with a 400 to smooth out those 300 scratches, and then we'll move on to 600. So then we'll be ready to paint. Cue the time lapse once again. The hood has now been sanded down with 400 grit. And yeah, that's that. I mean, it's not perfect. We still have a lot of like cracking and peeling. I can still feel my fingers over all of it. But here's the thing. In order to get rid of that, I gotta use a much more abrasive grit than 320, probably like a 240, 250, whatever. I don't got none of that, and that seems to be a common theme with me and not being prepared enough. However, the great thing about this hood and this paint job is I seriously don't give a crap. I seriously don't care. I don't care how many dents it has. I don't care how bad the paint's peeling. I only care that the fact that it is beige and not black. It's the only thing I care about. I'm really not doing like a crazy amount of work on this paint job. So you can see what I'm using here. This is just Duplicolor ready to spray. This was like $20 or whatever on Amazon. And I also picked up some reducer. I know this says ready to spray, but word on the street is that this comes out way too thick. So a lot of people like to reduce it with something, so I just picked that up. Honestly, I could have probably gone cheaper had I not gone this combo. Like, honestly, turbo rattle cans would have done the job just fine, but I guess we're bougie like that. And I also have some leftover Finish One clear coat from when I did another paint job, and there's like a good amount of left in there, so I think we should be able to also clear it as well, because this is not a single stage. This is just color and that. So, and then we also have the AeroPro A610, which is a LP spray gun, and that's really good for our smaller compressor. This is a 21-gallon compressor from Harbor Freight that I got for $100. So yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and clean the rest of the hood and wipe it down and just honestly start spraying. So I used all my wax and grease remover. So there's gonna be some trash in this paint job. And honestly, the surface isn't even too smooth either. This is seriously just like a quick and dirty job. I really just don't want to deal with this any more than I have to. So I'm just gonna spray it and it's gonna be good enough. I don't have wax and grease remover, so we're just gonna use water. Like I said, quick and dirty, but it's better than beige or whatever this color is. So, all right, masking is done. You can see that I covered the fenders, the bumper, I covered the windshield, and then this part. So I think that's fine. I don't really know how the overspray is going to affect the paint job all too much, because yeah, the rest of the car is not masked off, but I honestly don't care. So there's that. And I lied. I do have tack cloths, so that's something at least. So water, microfiber, and tack cloth is what we're using to clean our surface here, which is not ideal. It's locking. All right. Get these locking tabs out of here. There we go. So we're gonna mix the Duplicolor 8-to-1. So let me try and find where 8-to-1 is. Oh my God. Okay, so here's the deal. That came out like really, really gross. Holy crap, that's ugly. Yeah, I should have, so mistake number one is I should have shaken the paint before pouring it out, because it just came out really, really bad. So the only thing I have as far as a stir stick goes is this. So I'm just gonna stir it. And that'll have to be good enough. So let's go back to our measurement here. That looks better. Making a mess. So now I'm gonna pour in one part of this, because that's what the internet told me to do. And then I'm gonna start stirring it up again. Okay, there we go. Quick and dirty, right? All right, my gun's leaking air. I don't really know why, but it is. So we stirred that up, mixed that. Now we can put the cap on it. Make sure that's sealed. Put the locking ring. And then we go like this. And then hope to God it doesn't leak. There we go. Cool. All right, so this is coat number 2. It looks alright. I mean, yeah, it's nothing crazy. It's just black paint, to be honest. Looks pretty bad though. I mean, I don't know. It is what it is. No matter how bad your paint job is, you can always buff it and polish it, make it look pretty good. Yeah, I literally did not adjust any of the gun settings. I literally just put in the air, put 25 PSI in it, and I just started spraying. So might look bad, might look good. I don't know, but I'm gonna go ahead and let this dry for another 10 minutes or so, and then we'll be able to see if we need another coat of base. If we do, we'll lay it. If not, I'll see how it looks, and then I'll throw some clear on it, perhaps. So let's go ahead and do that. Alrighty guys, this is 3 coats of base, and I let it dry for about 30 minutes, and it is dry to the touch. And there's actually a little bit of a shine to it. I don't know if this is supposed to be single stage or not. I don't think so. Like, do I even need to put clear coat on it? I don't know. That's pretty interesting, but I think I will, just for like UV protection and just because I have it, and I'm sure it'll make it look better. So we're gonna go ahead and mix up some of this clear coat. Like I said, this is finish 1. I have the label here somewhere. It kind of ripped off, but anyways, this is a 4-to-1 mixing ratio. I already cleaned out the gun, so I'm gonna go ahead and mix the clear and start spraying. Take that. We'll go to the 4. There's a fly in my face. And then we'll use our hardener. Four to 1. There we go. Pretty simple. The reason why I didn't do any straining in the first clip was because these lines, whatever, or these cups, they have filters, so it strains it as you pour. This is coat number 2 of the clear coat. That's all I'm gonna do, just 2. And I don't know what all this white stuff is, by the way. Ton of trash, ton of nibs. Yeah, I mean, it ain't perfect. And my thing flew up, so I got a bunch of clear coat on the windshield, but that's easily fixed. I also left my roll of masking paper right there, so I got paint all over that. But just from right here, boom, glass finish. But it's still wet, so it's probably not gonna dry like this. But honestly, 30 bucks, 40, 50 bucks that I spent, it's honestly not bad. Okay, it's bad, but like, it's good enough for me, you know what I'm saying? And I got that fan up there. I don't know if that even does anything, but I just had a bunch of overspray go up there, and I didn't want that to get on any of the cars out there, so I pointed the fan so that it would shoot it this way. I don't know, but I got this car covered. So yeah, I don't know. I guess I'll check in with how it looks like when it's done drying, and then maybe I'll buff it, polish it, wet sand it. I don't know. We'll see. But for now, we'll go ahead and clean up. There it is, all finished, all dried in the sun. Dude, that looks so freaking good compared to the beige hood, man. You can see the dent right there, but I don't really care. Dude, it actually came out real glossy. I mean, obviously if you get close into it, like, you can see me. I mean, there's a lot of trash, but dude, there's really like not a lot of orange peel, which is really surprising. Like, there's like a little bit, but this is pretty glassy, man, for just like a cheap, quick, thoughtless outdoor job. Dude, if the whole car looked like this, honestly, I'd be happy. But now the entire car looks way worse. Like, this is so bright and shiny, and like the fenders and the door, it's all so trashed. It doesn't even match. The front bumper is not painted. I might paint that, honestly. I don't know, man. It looks really good. I'm very surprised with how this came out. And I'm very happy with how this came out. I think once it dries, I might do a little wet sand and a buff just to, you know, make it a little better, but I might not even, I don't know. So that being said, that's it. Thanks for watching.